Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about Genshin and stuff that I want to see fixed for this game. So first of all, Genshin right now is like honestly boring. For me, it's probably out of all the games I'm playing right now, this is the most dead game like I'm playing or have been playing at this moment, or the most dry game. Uh, to put it in lighter terms. Um, so like I think Genshin moving forward needs like a change the way it does the stuff. Um, and in this video, I want to like express some of my like complaints or concerns for this game. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So the first thing I want to see changed in Genshin is artifacts. Artifact farming is such a core thing for this game. It's I think it's what makes or breaks what's if you pass or don't pass certain events. And the way artifact farming works right now is totally bad. So one thing they could do in order to change artifact farming, grinding, is one, allow you to choose which artifact sets you want to grind. Um, like uh, like there's the reason they should add this is because when you're grinding for like a certain artifact, it always when you're grinding for artifacts, it usually comes with two sets. For in this example, you get a hydro set and a cryo set. And most of the times when you're trying to farm for one certain thing, you always end up getting another, or you get a variation of both. So I think allowing you to choose which artifact set you want to grind will be really beneficial, because you know that when you're using your resin, you know you're gonna get a at least something from the artifact set you want to get. As for example, right now I got two cryo pieces, which I don't really need because I don't really have any good cryo character I need or any cryo character I want. And not only that, but like these artifact pieces are so bad. So allowing you to choose which artifact set you want to grind, I think that'll be good. Another thing that they could change for artifacts is allowing you is not allowing you, but um, increasing the drop rates of good artifacts, because with this gameplay you're seeing in the background, I used around 1,200 resin, and I didn't get one single good artifact. So increasing like the drop rates of good artifacts will be really good, because I so heartily believe that if you grind for artifacts, you're a masochist. Because like how many times do you get like robbed or messed up because you didn't get uh the good artifact you want? I know that this isn't a problem for like whales, or like maybe even so dolphins, but for like the average free-to-play player, I think it's really bad. I think for the average free-to-play player, they shouldn't be grinding artifacts, because you know you could be using your resin on so much stuff, so much other good stuff that will help your character. So seeing these two changes into the game will like really help. The next thing I would like to see get changed from this game is how you like use your resin. Like resin is such a core like mechanic for this game. Like artifact farming, you do a lot of stuff with resin. For example, you grind Mora, you grind bucks, you grind talents, you grind weekly bosses, you grind the world bosses, you grind, and six, you grind artifacts. With all these six things, you need resin, and that is so bad, because an average player, as I said before, this doesn't really apply to whales and even some extent dolphins. But for the average free-to-play player, it's it's really like a choice of like what I want to do. Do I want to waste all my resin on artifacts, which I know won't get me anything, or do I want to waste my resin on like farming bucks? But then that means that I won't be able to grind my character's talents. So I think changing this would be good, a good step forward. One way they could do this is allowing Mora and book farming free. By that I mean like once you beat like a Mora like stage or a Mora like a Mora Lionel, you can instead of like going to the next one and using resin to like get the rewards, allow like once you beat that stage, just be able to like get the rewards and then wait some like 2 to 3 minutes for the thing to like respawn again, which will make a sense like story wise, because these are like stuff that are coming out of nowhere, so giving them time, maybe like even 5 minutes would be like good, like between 2 to 5 minutes, it'll be good, like allowing them to respawn so that people can like use their resin on other stuff and still like farm for Mora and bucks. So like at least changing what you could use resin with, I think will like really help this game a lot. Because then people won't have to worry like, oh, what do I have to grind for? Do I want to grind talents, bucks, Mora, bosses, etc.? I think changing this would like work. The next thing they should change for Genshin is um his story, like content wise. Like one of my main problems with Genshin is that this is an unfinished game. um like yes, it is a gacha, but at least gacha games have like a like somewhat finished story. Like for example, stuff I can think of right now would be like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, who has like somewhat of a finished, half-assed story. Dragon Ball Legends has somewhat of a finished story. The Bleach game has somewhat of a finished story, so on and so forth. I think for Genshin being such a hyped game, such a hyped and well-received game, I think their lack of like content related to like story-wise, because Genshin is a story-driven game and there's barely any story in this game, so I need them to like give us more story related content. Yes, you could do like your events and stuff, but events really don't like hype the player base anymore. So like what's the point even to like um do events, you know? Like the story's where it's at, so please push more story, because doing these events are like really not worth your time. Like all people like the only events I do are the events that give me crowns. Any other event I don't bother to do because it's so bad. So please give us more story, because right now Genshin is a dried game. Please push the story forward. Like yes, you could like put out a new character, but how much hype would that new character bring? Yes, you may say that stuff like characters like Yao Miko, Ayato, Raiden, Shogun, whenever they came out, they brought like a bunch of players and probably a lot of money. But how many times can you do this until like the player base gets like exhausted of the same thing? So please add more story. And the last thing I think they should change for this game is the Primos situation. By that I mean, sorry, I'm drinking water. But by that I mean is like the summoning. Like I'm not saying like change like the summoning rates. I think it's fine what Genshin has right now for summoning rates, like guaranteed and 50-50. I think that's pretty fine, and I think that's pretty reasonable. But by that I mean like change how you get stuff. like the summoning currency. By that I mean that like for example, the thing I don't like about like Dragon Ball Legends, it's kind of similar to Genshin, but the thing I don't like about Dragon Ball Legends is that you have to for like for an example, Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, for 100 stones in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, you're allowed to do 2 multis. But how much stuff does 100 Chrono Crystals gives you in Legends? Just one single. And it same applies here to Genshin. How much does 160 Primos gets you for to do a summon? Just one. And how much with 160 stones in Dokkan, you're allowed to get 3 multi summons and 2 singles. So I need them to change the way you get primos. By that is like whenever like you open a chest or something, you at least get like one of the, I think they're called star glitter. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's called star, the star, like I forgot what it's called, but I'm pretty sure I think it's called star glitter, or like or well, the currency you get for the currency you get to like summon for stuff like intertwined fates. Yes, I remember. So the intertwined fates, like when you open a chest, at least make it so you can get one, because I don't want to grind 100 like chests that are only gonna give me like 2 primos just to like acquire 160 just to get one. Make it so that when like you grow, like you get a chest, you will get one intertwined fate, because that'll be really helpful. Maybe not like, oh, you get an intertwined fate in like a common chest, but at least like the higher rarity chest, allow it for that people can like allow it so you can get one intertwined fate, and maybe like a common chest you can get like in a Quaten fate. I think that'll be like really good for like everyone. So in summary, what are the stuff I want to see changed in Genshin? Well, one is allowing you to like choose what artifact set you want to grind and increase the drop rates for good artifacts. Two, allow Mora and book farming free, or change the way you can grind stuff with Resin, or maybe introduce the new mechanic to the game that'll allow you to grind stuff. Please add more story to the game. And four, I want a new like summoning system. That's really about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it or disagree, please leave a comment down below. As always, I appreciate all your support, and see you next time. Thank you.